Nice loser, Donald. We tell you a story of how Donald Trump was such an epic loser that it actually wound up affecting the whole country. And he set a precedent for how you're allowed to lose and cheat other people that now other corporations use. So let me explain. Remember, he had all those casinos that kept going bankrupt. He had 3 casinos in Atlantic City, and I've told you a lot of stories about how he bungled his way through those. One of them was the Taj Mahal. He borrowed at an interest rate of 14%, which is, of course, a terrible idea. He overbuilt and cannibalized his other 2 casinos in Atlantic City. Everybody warned him, but he wouldn't listen because he's an egomaniac, and eventually all 3 of them shut down. So now, the investors in the Taj Mahal, well, they lost all their money. Lots and lots of money. So they sued him because he had misrepresented his positions. So this is where the story gets interesting. As Mediaite explains, in 1993, Trump's investors took him to court, alleging that while soliciting investors for his Taj Mahal casino, he had deceived them about his own net worth and concealed information about the project's likelihood of success. The casino ended up filing for bankruptcy, and his investors were left holding the bag. Now, look, if you say, hey, you're investing in a casino, it's risky, you should know better, okay, fair enough, and that's the free market, goes up and down. But if he is hiding information from you, well, that's illegal and deeply problematic. So that's why they go to court. Now, they didn't prevail for the reasons we're about to get into. Investors argued that in order to entice them, Trump overstated his net worth, gee, what a surprise, omitted key cautionary information, and used fantastical revenue estimates, a situation they said set them up to get fleeced. But that is Donald Trump's MO. That's what he does in almost every business deal. For him, lying is literally routine business. That's what he does. That's his MO. And so he feels like, well, if you trust me, Donald J. Trump, you're a moron. And that was his argument in court. How could you possibly trust a loser like Donald Trump? You took his word for his net worth? Are you insane? Of course he's lying about his net worth. Keep that in mind when you're so convinced right now what a winner he is and how much money he has. He just views you as the next sucker. So in this particular court case, they say that they charge that intentionally, recklessly, or negligently overstated and misrepresented the financial and operating condition and prospects of Donald and his empire, including the Taj Mahal, intending to deceive the investing public. Well, that was their claims, and they had very good reasons for that, but they lost. So International Business Times reports Trump notched a victory for himself and the financial industry by convincing judges that his own fine print warnings meant he had not deceived investors when he lured them to bet and ultimately lose hundreds of millions of dollars on one of his riskiest development projects. The real estate mogul, known for his litigiousness, helped corporate America secure a ruling, making it harder for investors to file lawsuits. So basically he said, I put into the footnotes that I'm a moron, an idiot, and a liar, okay? You should have read the footnotes. You should have read the fine print. Ha ha! Told you I was lying in the fine print. You didn't read it, sucker. And the court said, well, I guess that's true, and you're supposed to be savvy investors with all this money. So yeah, he told you he was going to rob you, and he did. He took money home. Now, again, his businesses went bankrupt, and he was in big, big trouble at the time. He almost went under completely. But then he got other suckers to give him money for his name anyway, and apparently nobody ever reads the fine print. We're 5 days from the election. Read the fucking fine print. So finally, again, IBT explains the case remains a key reference point, not only in case law, but also among corporate law firms advising clients about how they can protect themselves against aggrieved investors who claim they were ripped off. So it has now become standard operating procedure at all the corporations. Hey, let's do what that Donald Trump guy did. Put into the fine print, we're allowed to screw you, and you're going to get nothing back if things go poorly. And I'm not even disclosing all the information, so sad day for you. I said right there in the fine print, I'm not disclosing the information. Yep, I'm lying. Now, because of this court decision, I'm allowed to lie. Thanks a lot, Donald. This is what you've now borne and what we all have to bear. Corporations now saying, because of Donald Trump, we're allowed to lie to you to no end. Great, fantastic. Ay, 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 loser Donald.